Hey everybody, it's Frank. Welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing? Hey, I'm actually recording a second video on Monday, but you guys will see this Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah. I might just kind of put these dates. But anyway, I wanted to come in and have another video here, and this one is, I think you might find some value into it. I sure as did. And this is kind of going off the other video that we had before about don't care what other people think about you. But this particular one is actually a video that I watch. I subscribe on my other YouTube channel. His name is Jerry Wise, and the video is entitled let me see, How to Raise Your Self-Worth Even If Your Parents Destroyed It. Yeah, ooh, we're going. We're coming in hot. But no, I mean, he's got some good points in there. Not, right? Not everything's applicable to everybody's situation, but it's I'll put a link in the down below here to his channel, or to at least the video, and you can get his channel from that sense. But so he goes over 10 things to kind of help raise your self-worth, right? A lot of that's kind of like he calls it, what does he call it? Like understanding your low self-worth is part of the family super self. So he's got some lingo. I'm not a psychiatrist, so, but he's actually been, I think he's been practicing for 40 years. So I mean, he's got some pretty experience. But he helps certain people. But yeah, so take a listen to it, and hopefully it'll help you out. But especially for those that you kind of grew up especially I can kind of relate a little bit. Like I said in that video, right? I was just when you hear all these bad things, you start believing it, and it takes a while to kind of get yourself out of it. Especially when I was younger, they weren't talking about this stuff. I wish I knew this stuff when I was younger, at least when I was going, early teenager, right? I could have, I mean, that was brutal for me. 13 years old, 14 years old, 15. I hated. It was like once I was a senior in high school, I was like, all right, I could get out of this damn place, right? I mean, I hated middle school. And high school was right up there. Scholastically, actual school classes, I actually liked the majority of my classes, but the people there would just talk about, there were some cool guys, some cool people, but most of the people in my class, man, no, sorry, if you guys watching from the class of 91, sorry, man, most of you guys were assholes. You guys were jerks to me. Whatever, right? None of you came back to, ask for forgiveness or anything. So, I mean, whatever. It's water under the bridge. But, yeah, you pretending everything's hunky-dory. You didn't even come, say, hey, man, I'm sorry for how I treated you type of stuff. But anyway, with that, who cares? I'm not going to see these people anymore anyway. So, but, yeah, I think, I think it would kind of help, especially if you struggle with that. It's not as bad. I mean, to be honest, I'm speaking from experience. So that's why I want to share it with you guys. I mean, I still struggle with it. Like I said, it just, it's like, it's a wound right here, right? And you got a scar, and it's like the scar is right there, and it never fully heals, right? I'm always kind of, not saying all the time, but it's like it comes back in your mind. It's, you just gotta, work through some of your things. But go ahead, can't talk right now. Sorry about that, everybody. We do goofy things here. Rick goes, But yeah, I think it's kind of important to make sure. Now, if this isn't, if you don't struggle with that, well, that's great. Keep whatever you're doing, man. Keep it up. But yeah, I mean, especially I think I gave you guys, if you guys haven't seen my other video, go check that one out. It's called Don't Care What Other People Think. And it just sounds from that. And I just saw this video, and I think it kind of adds to it. And if you kind of want a little bit more, whatever. I'll call it help. I don't really believe in therapy, especially for men. A lot of the therapy seems to help women. Men, it doesn't work. Especially about talking about your feelings. Like it's like you're reliving it. It's just horrible. It's a waste of time, right? And it's like especially like most. Most of the things out there, they're not meant. They're not meant for men, right? At least someone that's strong-minded, right? They want like sissy guys, right? I mean, if that's you, and you want to be that way, hey, that's fine, right? I don't, right? you know what you want, right? But I'm telling you, especially if you just want to be a normal dude, right? Don't go. It's a waste of time, waste of money, and they don't even help you. If anything, it probably makes most guys worse. So, like I said, come to people like myself, right? If you know other people, older people, I know it's hard to reach out to people and kind of talk about things like this. So that's why you want to make have a friendship, right? And as you progress in your friendship and talking, little things kind of come up, right? I have a good friend that I talk to. And actually, to be honest, he's my therapist. So if you're out there, man, you know who you are, man. But yeah, and for guys, it's like, it can be less than a 5-minute conversation. You're just like, man, I'm glad I talked to him, man, because it definitely put me in perspective, right? And you don't even have to complain about anything. You just like, you say one thing, he says one thing, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm so, it's just, especially if you're a guy, it just makes so much more sense. But, sorry out there if you're one of the ladies out there. Maybe you don't want to hear that, but actually, I mean, for you ladies though, this video would be helpful because I know, like, I try not to get in my head, and that's just kind of, most guys, they're not necessarily in their head all the time, but being alone and there's no one here, right? So you go a little crazy, woo woo, right? But yeah, a lot of women are always second guessing, like, okay, what would they think? What would she think? What if I do this, that? They almost like, it goes all over the place like a spider or whatever, right? So, maybe you guys might find some value in that as well, right? Because I know, especially when you're earlier, when you're younger, that can be a challenge. So, there could be, good things for both men and women in there. So I just wanted to stop by, tell you guys about this, and I hope you guys check it out. And again, if you got any questions, you want to, you got something on your mind, you don't want to talk, you want to send me an email, I got my stuff down there. And I got my X, even though I don't really use that per se. And I do have that email down there. You can contact me that way. I'm not going to give my phone number. No phone number. You can have my email, though. So, anyway, with that said, hopefully you guys have a good week. By the time you guys see this, right, Wednesday? Yeah, because I got one scheduled for tomorrow. Today's Monday. So, yeah, anyway, we'll just cut the video. We're dying. We're dying. What do they call? Yeah, we're dying on TV. Anyway, I can't quite see how it looked in the camera because I'm looking at it. But sorry if this is a little long. I'm probably gonna cut it probably after this video. So anyway, have a good day. See ya. Bye.